Welcome back, friends. Welcome back here to the Banter Show. And we're joined with our dear friend Eddie Curtis from the SOS Daisy Hill Group. But before Eddie comes on and gives you the latest update, a special shout out to Danny Dorn and friends who will be playing in Tesco's on Saturday, the 20th of December, raising much needed funds for the Happiness Cafe in Kilkeel, which deals with people, helps out with people with dementia and supports their family. So we're now going to call Eddie in for the latest update from SOS Daisy Hill.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to be back again to update you on all of the work that we are doing. I have a bit of good news because we've been trying over the past year to get a meeting with the Health Committee at the Northern Ireland Assembly. We're pleased to inform you that we have got a date for that, which is the 8th of January. And 4 members of SOS Daisy Hill will be gone down armed with a paper that has been completed already and approved by our committee and forwarded to the Assembly for their consideration. The first item up on that paper will be regarding stroke services. As you will realise, there was a public consultation on the possible removal of stroke services at Daisy Hill. There was a public meeting held. There was 18,000 people from this area wrote back to the Department of Health to inform them that they were very dissatisfied with the possibility of stroke services being moved. The major rationale in that was that people in South Down and South Armagh, particularly, if they had a stroke, they would have to bypass Daisy Hill and go to Craigavon. As you know, it is widely held that it is essential that somebody who has a stroke gets the treatment that they require urgently and normally within what is called the golden hour. With the implementation of stroke services going to Craigavon, that would have meant that people in Annalong, Crossmidland, etc. Would not reach the hospital in time to get the treatment that they need. And we believe that is completely dissatisfactory for everybody living in our area. I am, however, pleased to inform you that if unfortunately a member of your family takes a stroke now, if they go to Daisy Hill, they will receive the treatment before they are sent onwards to Craigavon. But the major point for us is that we want the reintroduction of a stroke services unit at Daisy Hill to serve Newry, South Down, South Armagh, Down, and a number of other areas, Louth, Monaghan, etc. The second item that we want to raise, and it's a very serious item, is that the Minister in 2021 commissioned Professor Mark Taylor to do a complete review of emergency surgery in Daisy Hill. We read that document completely and we found that in the terms of reference it stated very clearly that a 12-week public consultation should have been undertaken. I can inform you, and I informed Professor Mark Taylor at the public meeting, that consultation was never held. That technically means that that review was illegal because under the rules of the Northern Ireland Assembly, any major change to policy or to services has to go through a 12-week public consultation. That did not happen, and we will be demanding answers for that. We're also very dissatisfied, and we will table this, with how consultations are held. They are not serious, they don't listen to you. As you heard me say earlier, 18,000 people and more wrote to the department to say they were not satisfied with the removal of stroke services. They just went ahead. So it is lip service. So there needs to be a very detailed review of consultation and particularly the full implementation of the Rural Needs Act that is there to protect services for people who live inside the rural areas. We firmly believe these are not being adhered to and the consultations are seriously flawed. The next item is myself and Francis were part of the Borderlands podcast for the BBC, and in that we were discussing the possibility of having All Ireland Health. We stated quite clearly that we need to see evidence-based data that will prove to the people of the Newry and Morning Down area that any consideration for changing health services in the north of Ireland and in the south of Ireland, we need to see the relevant data that will prove that the quality of health that we are getting is an improvement and that we get a quality similar to the NHS where health is free. We made that very clear and that went out live with the BBC, and we'll arrange to keep you up to date with all of that in the very near future. However, that does not mean that SOS Daisy Hill is against All Ireland. It doesn't mean that we are going to go against it, but we will go against it if we're not assured that the quality of health that you will be getting will be similar to the quality that you have now. We are very supportive of cross-border activities, and we have met with the Chief Executive out of the Trust, and we have informed him we fully endorse and support any work that he is doing to bring health services from the south that are going to be managed in Daisy Hill itself. We believe strongly that will strengthen the need for Daisy Hill and secure it for the future. I'd also like to put out a plea to you. Daisy Hill at the moment, due to the winter, due to flu, due to viruses, etc., is under an awful lot of pressure. The hospital is currently full, and I believe we all have the responsibility of ensuring that we have got our vaccines and that we only go to Daisy Hill in emergency situations. There are other ways that you can look after yourself. You can go to your GP, you can go to your pharmacy, you can make sure that you had your vaccine. So I'm putting out a call on the people of our area to only go to Daisy Hill when it is an emergency. And again, that will greatly help the staff at Daisy Hill, who are currently under a massive amount of pressure. So please adhere to our advices, and please look after yourself and make sure that you don't need to go to Daisy Hill. Finally, for me, I give you the guarantee as usual. I will continue to update you, and Riser and I will meet again in the middle of next month, and we will supply you with a complete update on our meeting with the Northern Ireland Assembly to ensure that you are up to date with all the information that we have, and we give a commitment that we will continue to fight for Daisy Hill. We continue to congratulate all of the staff up there. They're doing a marvellous job, and I wish you all a very happy Christmas and a safe New Year. Thank you.
Thanks again, Eddie, and all the SOS team, the SOS Daisy Hill Committee. Thank you so much for all what you're doing. Really do appreciate it, and we're going to continue fighting. That's the bottom line, friends. And once again, thank you so much to David Downey, the Downey family, and all the staff here at the Bank Bar, Trevor Hill, Newry, and thanks again for facilitating all the SOS Daisy Hill meetings. So for me and Eddie, friends, it's a big Riser. Have a great, happy Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year. All the best.